Hello everybody, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the North American server. It's me, Tazilon, and my T21. We're here in Murovanka Encounter Mode South Spawn. There's 3 artillery on both teams, 3 scouts on each team. Enemy team mostly mediums, our team mostly heavies. They have mobility, we have firepower and armor. Now, I'm going to go over towards... well, I forget where I'm going to go. I'm going to have to watch and see. Usually I go over onto the hill first and make a spotting run over there from the south spawn. From the north spawn, I come down here and spot from these bushes. I think we're going to have some heavies coming this way here in a second. They're kind of slow getting out of the starter's gate there. There's M5 running straight up the middle. He sees me, so I back up. Type 64 up ahead.
Penetration.
Oh, I tracked the guy, but I had to back up because I'm spotted. I'd have liked to stay there and shoot him a little longer. Our heavies are finally getting over here. They saw that M5 and they all froze in their tracks.
Didn't go through. Enemy armor is damaged.
Fire.
We've torched them.
He was nice enough to turn sideways to me.
Critical hit. Critical hit.
It's like, here, let me donate some XP.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is hit.
We really don't have a strong presence over to the east, but they aren't taking advantage of it, so.
Enemy is hit.
Well, it's nice of my own tank to shoot me.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
We got a lot of people back at Cap, so I'm going to try to come over here and help with these mediums in the forest. Splash one. Now we got another medium to go. He's going to die here in a second. There he goes. It's 3 kills for me now. 10 to 10. They have 3 TDs, or 3 artillery left. We have 2. So we have more good tanks. I call them battle tanks. We have more battle tanks. Tanks that can go out and move around and do stuff. Whereas 60% of their remaining tanks aren't really that mobile and can't fire very fast. French already can. Can't move for anything, but it can fire really fast. So I'm going to try to flank them up into the northeast corner here and come around. There's the French army.
Penetration. Enemy armor is destroyed.
There is the GW Panther.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is hit. They're knocked down.
Obviously not ready to fire, so I luck out in that regard. But there's only 2 tanks to go now. There's the Type 64 behind me. Ugh, bad shot. Goodbye, Type 64. Now off to find the 122. I had such a huge hit point advantage on that Type 64. I didn't really care if he shot me once or twice on the way in. When he blinked out, I knew the general area that he was, so I kept kind of making kind of an arcing circle in toward that spiral. And hopefully I'd come out in a position favorable to shoot on him, and it worked out. He hit me twice, but no big deal. I don't know what the Tiger's doing. It's like, come on south, buddy. Don't sit up there. 122's not up there, I don't think. Come on down here and help. I don't really like this setup because the 122 is going to be in a bush, and even though I have superior view range, he's going to be set up to where... Oh, he's moving, thank God. Now I know where he's at. If he would have stayed in the bush, he probably could have killed me as I went searching for him, but he's moving. Exposes where he's at, so now I'll be able to move in on him here. Tiger's still not moving. I was hoping he would go move far enough north he'd see the Tiger and focus on him and let me come up behind him and see what happens. So, which way will the 122 be pointing? I'm guessing he's not going to be pointed toward the north, so I'm going to try to come in from the north and just run in on him and get up beside him and take him out. But where'd he go? There he is. He's going to get a shot on me. I just have to rush in. He's going to take a shot and blows it over my bow. That lets me get behind him. Like I said in the other films, T21. It's not the fastest scout in the world, but man, it can circle. It has the agility to run circles around tanks. Easy kill once he missed me. So, in this battle, I end up with 2,750 damage, 7 kills, 33 of 55 shooting, 60%. I got 46 points of assisted damage in 5 spots, lost 15,610 credits. Survived the fight and was awarded 2,102 XP. Then I got a Top Gun and a High Caliber along with Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect. Gives me a 16th place battle score of 2,167. Started off moving over here. The heavies were very slow behind me to get over here and in place to help out, so I just stayed here spotting back this way. And we ended up without very many people over on this side, so after a while I moved over here to help out with some mediums, then did a giant end run, caught some artillery up here, and from there it's just a matter of search and destroy and picking off the last few remaining tanks. And it ended up being a closer fight than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were gearing up to have a blowout, and then that didn't materialize. The Tiger kind of went AFK once he hit the north side of the field. I don't know if he was a bot or what. And the 122 focused on him. That allowed me to get into position to where I could come in from behind him. He spun and shot, but he was a little bit offline with his shot. And from there he couldn't recover because there's very few tanks that you can't use the agility of the T21 to get in close, and in a knife fight you can usually get the superior position as long as you can get in close. And his missed shot allowed me to get position on him, and that was it. He was dead. From Murovanka. Encounter mode, south spawn, racking up some kills. Happy hunting.